Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the mini-series here on the Lord Master channel. Yes, the what we would call the Epic Cycle mini-series, because we know that this will lead up to the events to what would be our own Trojan War. And that will happen sooner rather than later. Because, one, we have fabricated a claim to Vengipura, but now I just would like to know at least one secret or so from there. As we do have a very good spy master. Yes, he's good, even though he's a lazy man. But sometimes I wish we had better, but take what you can get. Looking at all of your intrigues. Oh, really? Lover's pox. I wonder where you got it from. From her. I hope your child doesn't have it. No, she doesn't. Well, I hope your next child doesn't have that. You got till 16th of May to buy those dependable donkeys. Which we will get those donkeys, which I'll get them on the 15th of May. And I promise you that. And there's another thing I would like to promise. There's this man who murdered my daughter. No, excuse me, my sister. Some 21 years ago. She was just a kid. Says my rival was murdered. That's what it says in his memories. Yes, murdered by you. We exposed it. Now jig us up. We know you did it. He's an unlanded character though, but he serves, well, as a courtier. I don't know if he serves now, but one thing's for certain. We will get you one way or another. Who knows, maybe it'll build up because typically it would say 5% chance, but no, it says 6, so which means there is a bit of a chance, and it can be improved upon. No, I was thinking of something else. Well, I contemplate murdering him, so we shall. Anybody willing to convince? Can be convinced. I know it's going to cost you money to do those things, but I wouldn't want to do that. But I do have a better idea. We're going to raid. Raid there directly, go to Udagiri, raid all over the Pallava realm, and if you do capture individuals who do not have any titles, let them go with a hook, and use the said hook to deal with that murderer. Yes, that's a better idea than what I originally had in mind, but we will do that a little later. Now, save your money for those donkeys in the next 2 months. I really, really want them, and it's become a bit of a running gag in this early part of the mini-series here. Not to mention we'll look for secrets over there, which it'll take about 11 months till we find one there, but they do have a very good spy master trying to keep things concealed over there. Greetings of a benign age, I hereby invite you to my feast at the court of Matere. It will be a grand affair, worthy of your honorable presence. Oh, brother. I know we had our differences, but it'll be my pleasure. I'll be there. It's not that far to travel from Tanjavur to Madurai. Who else is coming? The lure of vendetta. The whole of my sister because death's left in my heart remains, clawed open each time I think of her foul killer, and the justice that remains to be served. Day after day, the cruel logic of revenge dominates my thinking, fueled each night in fitful dreams, where I see Rudrama and all House Pallava wrecked by the same grief that my family endures. We've always been feuding with the Pallavas, but we never had a full-on feud, because we know my father, rest his soul, God's rest his soul, who passed away um, just last month, actually. He's with the Tirthanankaras, and he's with Lord Mahavir. We know he's a man of peace, and he would never do such things. But not I. Learning, right, and labor. That is our house motto of Chola. We start a feud against them. So, yeah, Rudrama becomes my rival. Although he would soon become my rival, but I would rather feud with them as a whole. And you gain house feuds, which what that is that your house is having a running feud with a rival family. Your house's feud status can be viewed in your current situation. It's +1 intrigue, gain a bit more stress, but hostile schemes is up. So hostile schemes against the target house are slightly more likely to succeed. But again, I am rival with the ruler of the Pallava Mandalum because you are the man who is responsible for harboring murderers and thugs and thieves. Well, actually, the thieves part, that honor goes to Vengi Chalukya. But that's gonna be a whole nother situation. So we started a feud. So, yes, the feud broke out. That's how we came to be rivals. Now, where would it say on current situation? Ah, up there. That's what that is. But I'm nearly having a mental break because I hate that man so much. Not just him for harboring the murderer himself, but it's to also that you have that man that I want, and he'll be brought to justice soon enough. But first, just go to Vikram's feast and calm yourself down, alright? See? Slightly better chance. I'm coming, brother. I'm looking stuff up while we wait. Here we are. It took you a while to set things up. It's a small feast. Apparently, your wife did not come to your feast. So, there's me, Vikram, the vassal of his, who is of the Pandya dynasty. And then there's the Jewish mayor, Malabari Kochin. Yes, a proper ethnic Kochin, who's a mayor of one of the cities. So every guest is gathered in the great hall, and our gracious host Vikramâtittâ has welcomed us all to the feast. Well, let me tell you, brother, I look forward to this, but are you aware that not only your wife is not here, but also pregnant? Was she here before, or did someone over in Vengipura already got to her? We'll perhaps soon find out, unless we can find some secret over in Vengipura, since I sent my spy master over to investigate. take a drink. With the feast dwindling down, I find myself deep in conversation with my faithful brother. He inquires about my opinion on ancient military campaigns, a subject he is deeply interested in himself. No need to become my rival, brother. It's a subject that fascinates me as well. And we're friends, not rivals. We discuss subjects of profound interest with Vikram at his feast. So, we could have been rivals, but no, we decided to be friends. Just brothers. Close and thick as thieves. That is what we want. After this feast, go raid. As one plate of food is replaced by the next, my brother and friend Vikram goes on and on about friendship. And that's how we salvage that mess. Are you sure I'm not the only one? Don't you remember how we just became friends? Talking about ancient military campaigns? Clearly you had one too much to drink. No, please do go on. The learning up would help, and so is the diplomacy. I had a good talk about an interesting subject that does really get the brain going. Again, talking about the ancient military campaigns, such as the exploits of Ashoka the Great. Or even the ones that's dated far back from the early Cholas during the Sangam period. One would think, right? What a feast! I'll remember the days spent in Vikram's halls for a long time to come. Now it's time to wash off the traces of merriment and wine. I'll once more resume my duties as Lord of the Realm. Farewell, my brother and friend. Thank you for helping me lose some of the stress. And now I return to Tanjavud. Now it's time to go get those donkeys on the 15th of May. I've been saving my money for this. 3, 2, 1, stop. Now I will choose how many donkeys I wish to buy. In historical context, though often stereotyped as stubborn and stupid, donkeys, a domesticated form of the African wild ass, are in fact highly intelligent animals that have been used across the world as pack animals for thousands of years. Even in the medieval period, they were recognized for their importance in agriculture, transportation, and commerce. So you gotta have at least 30 gold in order to purchase that, but no, I'm gonna spend big. These donkeys will help us a lot. I arrive in a town in Tiruvannamalai to rendezvous with the local notable who is known for possessing a large herd of donkeys, said to be the finest in the area. We spent some time negotiating how many donkeys I will buy and how much I would need to pay. In the end, I agreed to buy a large herd of donkeys. Hee-haw, hee-haw. So that's plus 4 martial and stewardship, along with the the prestige increase as well. So this will definitely help me a lot to add more to the advantage, as well as the maintenance, seed froggers, and all that. See, every little bit helps, including the stewardship. Including that I'm off the ash for a while. Now all I need to do is 2 more things of 2 important steps. Save up your money for a grand hunt, which is going to be 233 gold, which takes about a few months. But the other alternate way to get more is to go raiding. We know my rival lives there. But also the murderer lives there too. So, here's the plan. His realm consists of those three. Raid all of these territories. And should Vengi Chalukyan forces intervene, we'll deal with them too. I could send him money to convince to join on this plot to get rid of the murderer, the Impaler. Many refuse to join, but however, if we can capture any of those courtiers at all, they will be ransomed back to them. No. They'll be released with a favor. Everybody's going to get favors, and then we use that to join on this plot, and then he'll be dealt with. Justice is served. And plus the money, if there's any landed characters. Which there are quite a few, actually. There's only about 3. At least in that area. All at full strength. Raise the army as raiders. It would be much proper if you all get together, because this is only going to be short term. Do not want to raid Vengipura just yet. I'd rather conquer it. Which will happen in future. By the way, after the hunt, just to lower my stress, then I will reset the perks. So I can get soldiers of lesser fortune. Like these two be removed, and then put that over there. Reducing the mercenary cost would be good. So if we had any money during wartime, it's possible we may get mercenaries of this kind, the one with the elephants. Because I am in no mood of spending large amounts of gold that I would have to get war elephants of my own. Vijayalaya, this is going to be your time. You know how to be a raider. Sorts. So bring your best fighters with you. If you happen to catch the murderer himself, I will execute him personally. Takes 10 days. You're very good at this. Oh, there's the army of Vengi Chalukya. If I were you, if we were going to fight in a pitched battle, put that in the plains. We took the guest and his son. We can't let her go. Because you have to bring her back to friendly territory. And we know they're going to be mad. If we bring them over here, well... Or up here. Advantage us. We don't want to fight in the forest that's in their turf. And this is the son. Which we could ransom because it's just a child and they don't join schemes. Every little bit helps. Say. 1 second. No, he's not one of the potential agents, he's the ruler. Nilagiri. He's up there. Now, if we can raid Nilagiri there and capture him, because he's the realm's spy master, then... Well, actually, he wouldn't be spy master anymore once he's been taken prisoner. So. Okay. You can have him. Be careful. We have more numbers than them. Raid the temple holdings. They have quite money in the Romandias. Casualties, not 200, thanks to you, with the hostile county attrition. No, they're gonna catch us here. We're gonna get caught out here. We'll be defending in the forest, because this is neutral ground, despite the temple there. But I don't have any structures that gives the defenders advantage. Actually, this one does. Well, we're off to face into Chalukya again. Hope your men are ready. Including you, Vikram. We know you're still there. I had to be here for this. That strange sensation comes to me again all of a sudden. I feel as if someone just said something unflattering about me. Blast distress. After we defeat them in battle, continue the raids. We own the forests. Keep in mind, most of their fighters are members of the royal family. They have a large family, apparently. Still on the ridge overlooking the battle of the Mandia of Paravunakunda. A short distance to the front lines, me and Jedije observe the main forces' movements. Everything's going to plan. According to the way I organized the battle. Sade Jedije turns to me and wants an unexpected rush to the weaker section of our main force. Oh, that's going to make me very stressed about this. Go fix that mess. After sending Vijayaditya to halt the enemy advance, I continue working on the strategic execution of other tactical plans I made before the battle. A few minutes pass, I'm distracted by the other happenings before he startles me. Appearing next to me, blood-stained wound. My lord, I failed you, says Vijayaditya. As I look over the enemy's advance, I see it unscathed by his efforts. Fine, I'll do it myself. We got him. Raids will continue. As you were. Keep up the good work. If you keep raiding a lot, eventually you'll pick up that raider trait. And you'll be much more formidable. And after you're done that temple, raid that city there. Is he one of them? That is negotiable? Yes. Does he have a family? Yes. If we raid his place and take his children, we'll ransom him for a favor, and he'll join in on the plot. As I walk outside, I'm greeted by the sight of my vassal, Odia Locos, crouching beside my cat, Flame, tenderly petting her. It's quite a lovely cat you have, my lord. You are very perceptive. Guess we could consider the raid as a precursor to a much larger war that will be for Vengipura. Ah, yes. Rashtrakuta. Sure. That's his wife. Hey, let's get moving. And then after that, Aparavati will be next. And then we'll come back this way around, and then we'll be back in the border. And our raid will end there. Yeah, that's quite a pattern. From there to there to there. Ding, 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 ding. It's quite a pattern that you'll be making. And I suggest that I better go hunting now that I have all this money. It helps you lose quite a bit of stress. And I might consume magic at the same time. Oh my goodness, that's expensive. I'll be hunting over there in Penoconta. Raid of the settlement's finished. Keep it up. That building's inactive because it's not held by Buddhists. Bounding through the farmlands, I'm getting on the powerful boar but chased for hours. Just up here to strike, hear my vassal, Ratnasame, Makananyan, cry out in pain. He has fallen and is now clutching his leg. There's no time to lose. The board's escaping. You know I'm an ambitious man. Hopefully we capture his children. Then we'll use that to get a hook on him. See to it if it works. His wife, even better. I know you can't afford ransom, but it's fine. Get a weak hook on him. Onward. Not destroyed to an end. Mount our horses to leave the farmlands behind us. The servants prepared a boar and another game for the journey back. In spite of our difficulties along the way, the hunt went very well. We returned home invigorated. Why the hell not? I'll lose some stress. I could take the hit. Bring me a platter. This is all I need. Perhaps next time I should go meditate. Recently deceased ancestor. That would be my father, no? So one, you need the money, and two, I mean, I do have a recently deceased ancestor. It's my father. I guess I just didn't have the money for that to be the thing. But my mother's still around. Okay, check. use that hook. It's a start. They're in a way that those are raiders. He was near death. He escaped from my dungeons. The guards not to say the defense, but the damage is already done nonetheless. Curse you, Jyotisana. So he's out of the dungeon now, but his health is still poor. Meanwhile, I had to take part of the battle because I was quite a bit paranoid. But mind you, these were Tamils serving under the Vengi Chalukya. As with most of the Pallava territory, they're all Tamils. But I still blame them for harboring the Pallavas that still live there. Three more holdings to go. That's 26% chance. And I guess I might as well start saving up some gold to try to convince anybody willing to join, even if it's, you know, just crap. It would not be enough, actually, since I'm only using hostile schemes. I guess a little bit of swaying doesn't hurt. Knowing it, we still got a couple of years before we finally get Rudrama. Maybe I'll convince him. Just go on a charm offensive for the new spy master of his. Plus, I'm a man of diplomacy. Next. Yes, we have your son imprisoned. No, that's someone else. That's a different jail. That's from the Rashtrakuta. And soon we're about to find out our first secret from Vengipura. Does it mean anything to you? No? But very high stewardship, I appreciate. One more holding to go, and this is a big one. I'll be 150, then I'll be ready to spend on some Oh, come on! We were about to find out a secret, and the counselor just died of old age. 98.1. Ah, my executioner brother. I guess you can be trusted. We were just a week away from finding out whatever secrets that's on there. But I guess you'll pick up what was left. Ah. As part of FS past efforts, we have done covering secrets of this court. I do not believe we'll ever find anything either. There is less going on here than a graveyard at noon. Actually, I'm gonna need your help. There's this murder we have to deal with. Support the scheme, and it'll increase the percentage. Plus, we're having a family feud with them. So, we're moving up the timetable of his demise. I guess that is... I was about to say, oh good, you got a son, but... disputed heritage. Incredible rumors surround Vikramâtittâ's heritage here. That his father is someone else. Uh-oh. And she's pregnant again. And she's not here. An adulterer. Oh, I think we found out. We don't need to send the spy master to Vengipura anymore. I think we found out who. It's him. He seduced her. Joined together in a night of fiery passion. And she still lives there. But if your child, is your child... No, the child is at the court of this. So they actually sent the child to there just to say, hey, this is your nephew. But he has doubts. And I think we know why. She's got a lover. And you know his father, his army, went to Madurai, and they took her, and they brought her over there to settle over there in Vengipura, to go with this man, who is an adulterer as well, which is shunned in Shaivite Hinduism. But however, that wife won't like that, based on what he just did. And he speaks our language as well. That's another reason. That man has caused trouble. But are you rivals with him now? No. But I'm sure it will be. That further adds the reason why we must go to war. There's a woman who is married to my brother who should be back here, but she refused to return. And is in fact, when did this happen? Let's see, what do we know? They had a night of fire passion. When did this happen? Doesn't say. Well, we know your lover. Well, history. It doesn't say, but they admitted that they committed adultery, and it's not a secret. It's not a secret anymore. And I had him in prison. Had I known that he was going to do that in advance, I would have killed him. Well, brother, you and I are going to go to war against Vengi Chalukya for Vengipura. Now there's two reasons. When that day comes, my brother, when we take Vengipura, you can have your whore back, but I will have all its riches. Of course, the easiest thing in the world would be send off raiders to there, but no, I do not want to raid Vengipura. I'd rather conquer it, because remember the real objective, the coal ore mining pits. It's the diamond mines there. That's the real reason. So continue with your raid for one last holding and bring it back home. And then we shall deal with the murderer and those thieves. We're brandishing our own brand of justice. Go on, get out of there. They're assembling an army again. Another man has joined. So do you have any issues with him or no? No. We know nothing of this man, but he's joined the plot, which is good. Now, illustrious now. Now it's time to spend our gold to get more agents. Okay. originally from there, so I will let you go with a hook. And you can go, because you were a guest over there, I believe. And you were a guest also, which wouldn't do any good, except maybe just, well, off hook as well. It's just ideas, alright? I mean, they were guests, they weren't courtiers, so that's different. So, no, they wouldn't resort court. They would just be wandering out in Cholamandalam somewhere. No, she went back to where we found her. Knew it. She was a guest, so now she's been wandering off the countryside, which, not my intent. But look how close. How close it is. Hey, wait a minute. We are both fellow Shevites, right? Yes. You know, she was an honored guest. See where the opinion of that is now. Will not join the scheme despite the opinion that just went up, but still close. Still close. Demand artifact. The Lankan War banner. No. It's mine. But you can have her. Oh, do I have to do this twice, Tim? Okay, here's 50 gold. Now, will you join our plot or not? We'll join. Then come on in then. Alright, we got. And one more thing, I'll bribe you too. Fail safe. So this will occur in 7 months. Justice will be served again. Very happy about this. Knowing I got a little piety, I think I should also just go on a pilgrimage somewhere. There are countless holy sites dedicated to various gods and goddesses across India and beyond. The question is, where do you want to go to pilgrimage to? Sites holy to Shiva. Short is 200 foot. Long, very long. Perhaps another. Keep looking. Or maybe it's try the 7 holy cities. Varanasi, Mathura, Uda, Kachipuram, Vodka. Give me the shortest route. And Sri Salim, which is actually not too far from here. It's actually in my brother's territory. As I prepare for my journey, I know that I will travel safely under protection of the gods. I will not be gone for long. Pray for the well-being of the realm in my absence. It's time to depart. I just want to feel pious in the eyes of the clergy, of the Brahmins. Yes. So it's a short trip. Cracking my knuckles for this, knowing what will be coming soon. The war for Vengipura. Get my brother's his wife back. And as well as, you know, as well as the other things that would soon occur. Seems I've not taken well all this trial. Perhaps this is a strange land filled with unfamiliar, or my furs aren't warm enough. Either way, my cough's been persistent for weeks, and this morning I could barely muster the strength to get out of bed. Do I have the strength to continue onwards? This is no time to give up. Remember, you still have the Spine Blade Master small health boost, and that one time where you did your thing with an old woman who wounds herself. Because you know she was that kind of person. Brother, did you have another child through her? No, but she's gonna do to give birth next month. Sometime next month. So we know she left him, but they're still technically married. And it's no secret who the lover is. I was about to say I can actually declare war. Well, actually, you have to declare war through him. Anyways. At last I reached the city of Madurai. The Tamil city holds a number of temples to various gods and goddesses. As I walk the streets of the city that has attracted numerous pilgrims since ancient times, I find myself in awe. I've walked the holy path. I am faithful, yes. "5 months. Hope nobody discovers that plot." But I hopefully will have to deal with you out on a battlefield at some point. Or, I'll challenge you to... No, he won't. Because of relative prowess. Obviously, he's weak, and I'm strong. My journey's been a long one, and I finally come home again. While much remains the same, something has changed in how the Pujaris and Swamis treat me. I've undergone a journey to holy men, and they insisted this strange says about me where I can see myself, but no. It's good to be home. I did not pick up that pilgrim trait. They might be of use. We want to save up some money on that. All these secret plans, dark patterns, a cold hand clutches my heart whenever I think about it. It feels so wrong. I spend far too much time thinking about this. It'll work. Trust me, it'll work. What are they doing at the moment? Nothing. Okay, because if they're going to go to war or intervening at somebody else's war, then it would be a good time to raid all of this. Nârani. Another of my niece. Disputed heritage. Is he not aware of what's going on out there? All he knows now, they're rivals now. Look. he knew that slept with Nârani. That's why they're rivals. So now he knows. Again, she left you, brother. She left you for someone else. And if you want her back, you're gonna have to come with me in the army and conquer that area. You ought to be careful with those things. I have a bad feeling that they might be already plotting to kill each other. But I have my hands full. I will avenge my sister. Father couldn't do it because he was a man of peace, because he was against Jain ways. But around here we don't adhere to Jain law around here. We do it my way. Once the murder is dealt with, then we will go to war. Marathi Kannadavaru hybrid culture. Right. Do it yourself. I've grown sick of hearing my agents bicker over bad plans to kill Rudrama. If I want this done right, I'm gonna have to do it myself. We know where Rudrama sleeps. I let myself in the window, slip into the bedroom, and be done with it. I may be sick right now, but it isn't gonna stop me. Now where's my cowl? Again, we went by Udayagiri before. Yeah, Kamanadu is what that area is called. Yeah, that's what the whole county is called. So now I'm gonna go to his place and kill him myself. This is for my sister. How could I have been so bold, so foolish? The plot to kill Rudrama has failed. Rudrama was asleep as I crept through the window. I took my dagger from its sheath, and for some reason, I just stood there, just admiring the thing I was about to do. I was so relieved to finally be ready to dispatch Rudrama. I raised the dagger above my head and began to creep slowly towards the bed when I heard the scream from the door. A chambermaid had chosen exactly this moment to come stoke with her. As Rudrama woke, I turned to run from the room. I was able to put my hood up and leapt from the window onto the nearby rooftop in an instant. I've never seen a chambermaid before, and it was dark, so I'm certain my identity was not seen. I shall not be so cavalier in the future. Perhaps it's best left to professionals. So now he's going to be watchful. And got the secret attempted murderer. Now we're going to start all over again. Yes, I attempted to murder him. Why would I invite him? Oh, that would be taking some of that away. Guess we'll have to try again. Who's this man I'm swinging? Oh, the one who's already put up on. Stop that. He could be convinced. Start that instead. I realized I'd never had a court physician the entire time I was ill. Oh, great. One of my fighters. He's going to be an official combat medic of sorts. Good job. You were ill the whole time, and you never had proper medical treatment. Anybody else that wants their people back? All in for ransom. It's 20. Try again. Because there is one thing left to do before we start the war. Reinforce relations with the people of the Silk Road. Their Silk Road is home to many different ethnic communities. It would be wise to reach out to the leaders and the elites of such communities in my territories, so we may mutually assist each other. We know this very well from the past series. It will cost you 130 gold and 150 prestige for this. I want the steppe warriors. But first, sometimes I think that my mother has a better overview of my treasury than even my steward. A gold piece seems to be worth twice as much when she tells me how to spend it. How's your health, Mother? Doing poor. You were Jain once until my spouse convinced you to convert to our faith. I know you probably miss him very much, but still. Please guide me to prudent choices, Mother. Parent aids me in stewardship efforts, so it's +3 stewardship for the next 5 years, and my mother expects to have a say in my decisions. Alright. So, give me those ferocious, brave steppe warriors. The steppe peoples of the northern steppes are a contentious lot, but while they are not always the most reliable, their skills as warriors and adventurers cannot be ignored if you seek to bolster your military. It's time to prove your contacts with the steppe communities, which is +1 martial, and increases the amount of chances of receiving gifts of special soldiers, character modifiers, and improved scheme power, and advantage in battles. Let's do some networking, but first, to make Ganapathinayaka Gentu. A nobleman from Pallava, the more submitted to my attempts to approach him, I could have complimented my next mission to his court. I'll be sure to mention his, I don't know if you would call it that, his youthful vigor at the discretion of Vikramâtittâ. The lands and seas of the so-called Silk Road have been a vibrant melting pot for different peoples for generations, perhaps even before the rise of the great powers of Han, Rome, or Persia. Thanks to these extensive networks, there are flourishing communities of origins from across Eurasia, even in my realm. Cooperating with them may be helpful if I am to achieve my ambitions. In particular, I decided to reinforce relations with the steppe communities in my realm. These northern nomads are feared by some and admired by others, with their mighty bows that never fail to miss, and their horses that thunder across the steppe. Few who doubt their abilities in war. Associating with the steppe warriors means others will respect me too. So, you have this for the next 10 years. This is once in a lifetime because you do not have, well, 1, the cultural tradition of peoples of the Silk Road, and 2, you do not have this in Boys and Explorers, where you could take it more than once in a lifetime. We're not those kind of people. Take a drink. By the way, brother, You're about to become an overseer. I wish you were to take stalwart leader so you can challenge your rival to single combat. That's what you should do during wartime. If you find him in combat, I'll let you have him. I don't like him either, but still, what he did was wrong. What Chalukya did was wrong. They went to Madurai, siege took everybody, including that woman of yours, the most beautiful woman in all of India. And now, while she was there, slept with him. What kind of realm is this? They harbor murderers, and there's people who take other people's wives to give it to somebody else. I mean, they're not married or concubines or anything like that. No. But just happens to live there, and then slept with them. That's just wrong. Now, this is going to cost me a little more money now. Now that I've been networking with the local steppe communities in my realm, I wonder if some of their feared warriors would be willing to fight under my banner. Their skills in horsemanship, archery, hand-to-hand combat, and other forms of fighting, as well as the deep knowledge and strategy, strategy, tactics, and logistics could help me in my wars. So you gain an army of 300 additional men in Cholamandalam. Better they fight for me than against me. Few will ever doubt the velocity and might of the warriors in the steppe, who fearsomely combine ruthless courage, skills in horsemanship and a variety of weapons, and shrewd cunning to defeat their foes. The mere mention of their galloping hordes is enough to strike fear into the hearts of many across the Silk Road. I am fortunate that the local steppe community is agreeable towards me. In fact, I managed to convince a number of them to volunteer to serve in my armies. Now my armies will tremble before me. So now we have 100 levies, 100 horse archers, which fortunately most of the battlefield is likely going to be in the plains, which they'll do just fine. But if we're fighting in jungles, that is no good for the horse archers. But there's no penalty for them fighting in forests. For the light horsemen, they do well in the plains. Not so good in hills, neither as mountains, but they do not seem to be affected by forest or jungle. So again, this is to counter against archers. Horse archers is meant to counter against skirmishers and heavy infantry, which I do know they have plenty of that over there, based on our interactions with them in past war. But I do have a plan on how to deal with that. So as we will start that war beginning next year. Start on January next year or so. You know, it's going to cost me money, but I really have wished that we would get these outfits. Even with a reduced cost, I don't think it'll be enough. So I don't know if it's even worth the risk of getting so much stress that I would have a mental break. Perhaps I should ponder and think about it. We should go meditate. I'm willing to take the risk. Go to the remote mountains of Tenkasi for the next 6 months. This is a difficult and dangerous place to meditate in. I am more likely to either lose stress on location or gain personal insights. I hope to lose more stress while up these mountains, as I have some meditating experience. Yep. Now I've decided to meditate high up there for the next 6 months, so delay the participation of the upcoming conflict until then. Let's speed up a little. And once I'm done meditating, we will be ready for war. Our recent correspondence has been a source of joy for me. I cannot help but think we might both benefit from increased communication. Even when I get done meditating, we'll do one more attempt to try to murder that man. Assassinate, not murder. It can't be murder unless it's seen. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, I highly respect you. Now you have enough money to get those elephants that you want, if you wish, but I still would love to reduce a lot of stress. Unless I get another mental break. That will happen. What's going on? The realm's in uproar. War against tyranny. Vijayaditya. Everybody's against him. So no doubt that the Vengi Chalukya, the Pallava, and even the son of Vijayaditya have gone up against him. But mind you, he has many allies. Is there any wish I could join this rebellion of yours? Because that would be good, to assist you along the way. Actually, you got children, right? Lucky you, because I was about to say... That's a mercenary band, that's no good. So they're surrounded, which means when the siege occurs, they're going to take that capital, and likely going to take him since he doesn't lead from a front. So it's likely he'll be overthrown. This could provide a great distraction for us to come in and take Vengipura while we're at it, but of course other entities will intervene and they will settle this mess. But continue on your meditation. Do not forget your original goal. Take out Rudrama. When the time comes, my agents will need a safe escape route out of this castle, should anything go wrong. A detailed map of the local plains, all its hidden passes and caves, would be an invaluable resource. No need for that. Abandon the idea. It's good enough. No need for that. I ain't gonna go out. I'm trying to meditate here. All better. Have they intervened? No. Well, is there anybody coming to help him out? One will. That's from up in the north, which will take its time to get down there. It hasn't been besieged yet. Not enough soldiers. Oh, that's an unrelated peasant revolt in Vengipura. That place is chaotic. As I approached yet another dead rat, I could do nothing but praise her. Castle's never been this free of rooms before. Keep up the good work. It's rat-free now. Now they're being besieged. It's gonna take them time, and they do have siege weapons, still a small number. Well, we know that their army, their allies coming down, and they got nothing better to do, so they're willing to come down there. And based on the size of that realm, they might have a lot of levies. But will it be enough to deal with everybody surrounding them? So in such a ruined and chaotic state, the advantage will be for us. Even his own son turned against him. But in actuality, he was allied to him, so he had to join. It was against his better wishes, I could imagine. Yeah, I got donkeys, I got steppe warriors. What more could you want? You might be Araya, but you're also a vile bastard. And provoked anger expressed by my courtier, Diga Kaspa, comes as a complete surprise. He's been under a lot of stress lately, but to behave like this, that even he struggles. It's calming. Thank you very much. Hope I lose more stress while I'm up in these mountains. In fact, I think it's about time that I would return from meditation. Because it's almost time. I took it during December. The thin mountain air cleared my thoughts to focus inward. Unfortunately, before long I began to suffer from a severe headache which would not cease, and I was unable to think nothing but the pain. Alas, back to the way it was. Great. Now I return from meditation and then we'll get from. As I walked the corridors of my palace, frustrated, many of my courtiers seem to be droning on and on about some problem they're having at Thanjavur. With how things have been lately, I find it difficult to focus, but I'm sure that no one would be saying such hard things if they were not true. Something about discussions, familiar though. Was that all not my idea? Is this my fault? Eek. $18 versus 36. I'm reluctant, but do not worry. You got a court physician to treat your wounds, so I'll scourge myself for my sins. Plus, the castle's rat-free, so you're going to be healthy regardless. Wait for it. Because it's taken me a while to get back from there to there. Finally. Now all you need is wait 2 more years to get defensive negotiations. And don't forget the murder plot. The assassination of Rudrama. I tried to do it myself, but the timing. Dead drunk. Tonight, while admiring a particularly fine bottle of wine, a thought occurred to me. Everyone knows that Rudrama is fond of a good bottle of wine. This particular vintage would make a fine present, and it could be recorked after addition of some poison, sent with a note of anonymous admiration. It just might work. A thoughtful gift indeed. The word is that drunken Rudrama had a psychotic break, cursing family and blaspheming for hours until he died coughing up blood and raving. It would appear that nobody suspects the thing, particularly not my involvement in this. In the end, he drank himself to death. I have avenged my little sister in heaven. She was a good girl, although shy, but don't worry, we have avenged. But do you think the question is, will that cycle of vengeance continue on? for this family feud between us and the Pallavas. Rudrama, the vile murderer of my sister Kalti, has at last been dispatched by our hand, and the honor of our family thus restored. With the aim of Chola vendetta achieved, it might be best to put the fracas behind us. The stress is reduced because we killed a man who murdered my sister long ago. But she's been avenged. So let us not make the whole world blind. We stop being rivals, because my fight wasn't with you, it was with Rudrama. So now our feud will end. So we're getting a capable family, as this house has a reputation for not accepting an insult without returning it twofold. So that's a bit of natural dread, which is a way of saying, don't mess with Chola. So we promise for real. Next year, War for Vengipura. No matter the outcome of what happens up north. Because we know there's a tyranny war. And it stopped. He's still there. He's won the war. I guess they fought a pitched battle, they captured a leader, and they got him. That's what likely happened. I want to find out this truth. See what you can do. Head to Orangulu. We'll hear from you in 5 months. Is my wound gone? Good. Because I like to lower my stress more. When the time is right. And there is actually one more activity that I would like to do before we have the official start of the war for Vengipura. Our own Trojan War. One, we have to get that woman back, Nârani, and for the conquest of the riches of Vengipura, with that diamond mine there. Stop right there. We know that these episodes here in this miniseries was posted on October 23rd, which is Diwali over in India. Correct. Yes. Diwali 2022 is on October 23rd. So it would be appropriate to celebrate Diwali right here. As a reminder, Diwali is the festival of lights. It celebrates the victory of good over evil and light over darkness. It's one of the more special times of the year for Hindus. So we'll begin to make preparations for Diwali, as it takes place around that period in the Gregorian calendar of October or November. It'll cost you a lot of money, so I feel like I want to throw away some, because I have some for spare. Om Mani Padme Hum. Diwali is one of the most sacred days for Hindus. The festival of lights celebrates the victory of light over darkness and good over evil. Numerous different traditions are abound about Diwali, and the festivities are strongly connected to the goddess Lakshmi through other deities such as Sita, Rama, Ganesha, Krishna, just to name a few, are also honored. Should the preparations for Diwali be announced? Let's begin the preparations. Start the Diwali festival here in Cholamandalam and Danjavur. Dhanteras. Dhanteras is the first day of Diwali. It is the day to buy new things and to clean out one's house. Dedicated to the god Dhanvantari, who is the physician of the gods, as well as Lakshmi. The servants today are busy setting up the lanterns, drawing rangoli throughout the palace courtyard, and more. Wonderful times. You gain a tiny bit of piety and lose a bit of stress. Buying gifts for your loved ones. Unfortunately, that's going to cost me a lot of gold, which is not what I had in mind, but I don't have any lovers, so I'll just buy a nice gift. Naraka Chaturdashi. Naraka Chaturdashi is the second day of Diwali. It celebrates the victory of Krishna over the demon Narakasura. Some also attribute the killing of the demon to Kali. On this day, it is customary to get cleaned early and to wear new clothes as we do puja. Later in the day, one can see the effigies of Narakasura being burnt in the courtyard. Take that, Narakasura! Lakshmi Puja. On Lakshmi Puja, the third day of Diwali, the festival of lights start early in the morning by letting in as much light as one can. As you go to the temple to make honor to Goddess Lakshmi, you see your servants preparing for the feast later tonight. Om Shriya Maha Lakshmiye Namaha. As the day turns into night, my courtyard is filled with light, as is the rest of my lands, from large lanterns to small diya lamps. Light is everywhere. You and your family sit out in the courtyard as servants bring out food to enjoy and feast. A wonderful feast for anyone that is related to the Chola dynasty, as well as the half-siblings of mine, of the Thanjavur Mutharya. And of course the Queen Mother as well. Still here. Giving the gifts to my loved ones is thankful for the gifts. I mean, I don't have any lovers, just only my wife Maya. So I'll just say I'm glad Maya loves it. I never thought about having multiple wives. It's just who I am. The fourth day of Diwali. This is Pratipada. The fourth day of Diwali is dedicated to Mahabali, who was a magnanimous king and companion to Lord Vishnu's avatar of Vamana. Along with continuing to burn lights, it is also common on this day to be charitable and practice dana and give it to the communists and try to be like Bali. Oh, I have to give out a small donation to the people, as I originally wanted to save money from mercenaries, but there's a little time for that. Play Pachikalu. On Bali Pratipada, it is common to engage in dice gambling game called Pachikalu. Legends have the gods Shiva, Ganesha, and Murugan, along with Shiva's wife Parvati, playing the game. Shall you bet some money and play, or will you sit this one out? Let's play the game. I hope I win some money. Nope, didn't win the money. Crud. All that 700 gold gone. Now, the festivities of Diwali are now finally over, and a happy mood of the festival continue on for many days. Yet still, every good thing must come to an end. Till next time. Well, crud, there goes the money. But even when we do raise our army out for combat, we still gain quite a bit of money. They haven't been recovered from raids from years back. Hey, since you're no longer wooden and you want to get rid of all that stress before you reset the perks, nothing cleanses my catharsis spell. I'll apply the whip to my own back till my mind clears. Crack! The whip falls upon my back. I shudder at the clarity it brings. Pain is all that I feel, and pain is all on my mind. Sweet, sweet pain. It does get rid of all the stress. Now reset the perks. This is exactly what I wanted. All that. Thank you for successful wound treatment. It's aggravated, but do not worry about me. I'll be alright. Oh, Mother has passed on. Old age. Rest in peace, Mother. You've been good to me. As the Queen Mother. Go with Shiva. So, it appears they have been keeping Nârani over there. Well, finally on the year 828 AD, as it says in the Gregorian calendar. It says you treated me well, but it says aggravated. But do not worry, later in June you'll be better. Come on. Actually, we should wait. How much? 22 days. Okay, we can wait 22 days. Because I'd like to know their military strength. I can't, read the strength of all of their allies. I mean, we could, when our spy master gets busy, when we send them off to other places of areas where they're allied with, so we'll know exactly. My dear brother, my spies talk to beggars, merchants, and soldiers. They prowled markets, sculled through the darkest streets, and eavesdrop on the most important conversations over a comprehensive campaign. They've gathered the information you requested. Raja Gaja Kasari Vijayaditya of Vengi Chalukya's wealth amounts to precisely 191 gold, and he has rallied 4,247 men under his banner, led by a total of 9 veterans, excluding mercenaries and foreign soldiers. Vijayaditya currently has the means to bolster his numbers to be the total of this amount. So, this is what happens when you have a highly skilled spy master. Sometimes they give you precise information. How much money do they have? How many soldiers do they have? And how much veterans, which is a way of saying knights or Nayulu in Telugu language over there. Your loyalty is appreciated. I have the information I need, but your task is not done here. We know they have allies off to other places. Oh, that can't be much. He's not the heir to the Pallava realm, which lately, Bihar and Bengal, we know those people. Do we have contacts with them? Yes, we do. What's their capital? Capital is in Lucknow. Sending it to Lucknow. We know they'll be joining, but as they come down there, which will take months for them to get there, I'd like to know their precise numbers as well. I know it's quite far away, but do what you gotta do. Okay, here's the deal, man. Lanka will join our war instead of siding with them, because we can beat them to it. Now, we don't see each other eye to eye because we have our issues. And plus, you pay tribute to us. But let me host you as an honored guest. I'll be spending quite a bit of time just to give them a little bit towards on our side. This is it. The one we've been waiting for. Vengipura. That's to be the target. Even though it says that he will become a vassal, no. He'll be my prisoner after the end of all this. Because this is my claim, not his. He'll be bringing those too, but I'll be bringing mine. So I do have a battle plan, which is going to throw them off in terms of where I predict they might be going and how do we respond to it. Declaration of War. Remember the day, on the 23rd of January, 828 AD. The South Indian Trojan War has begun. But in actuality, the name of the conflict is the Tamilakam claim on the Nadu of Vengipura. Or it could be the Chola Vengi Chalukya War, or Chola Chalukya War for Vengipura. But remember, you not only just take one holding, you have to take two in order to fully occupy it. But there was a recent peasant revolt there, which is the reason why there was a increased autonomy there. So this definitely hurts the control. I don't want to be on command just yet, but Vikramâtittâ, you take command. It'll take 10 days to gather. Plus we have horse archers and light footmen from the steppe community. And the final amount we have is this. And we can make about 20 gold a month. But we're going to spend more money in future, because one, this mercenary band, which you need to get 300 some odd gold for this, which would take about a year to make. Plus call your ally in. Barely. Barely. So we hope he'll be with us. So here's the plan. You are to go out to sea. It'll cost you 48 gold to embark. And since we are of the Tamil culture and we're allowed to sail upriver, we want you to go up to the Godavari, up here, and deploy yourself in Pallavas, up in the hills, so that way we'll have the high ground. We'll be right behind them. Because I suspect, as they gather their armies, they would be marching south. Marching south towards Nolo. That's my best guess. We're going to go out to sea, and we travel by water for 2 months, bypass Vengipura, and we go up to the hills. And if nobody's there, then we will move to Katakuru. And then the first objective, Mundagunda. The capture of the mining pits, despite the fact of the low control, they're not getting much of financial gain out of this anyway. But occupying that would be beneficial. I mean, we don't get money out of that, but there's plenty of loot in there. In addition to loot in Vengipura. Especially that's not only the objective we must take, but for the sake of my brother, wife still lives there, is Nârani. And one day you will fight him. You will. As you are an overseer. So that's my plan. And you're the one leading this expedition. I will lead the troops when the battle comes. So as they set sail along, enemy allies joins the war. Lamakana joins. Good. Something to even the odds a little, because bravery alone cannot defeat all enemies. We learned that lesson the hard way. She wants to go to Deccan, India. How much? 63. Stay here for a while, alright? I'll keep tabs of you. It's not much, but they'll do. Never thought that my brother would be thinking that. See, that's precisely what I thought they were doing, and I think they realized that the ships it's like they're in the sea zone, and they've realized they're heading up there, so they turn around. They think they were going that way, but we got to get far away from them as possible. As soon as we load up in the hills, it'll buy us enough time to get rid of that negative modifier of recently disembarked, so that way we won't have much of advantageous issues. Well, brother, my executioner, the reason you are here with us now is because there's been a shortage of good fighters ever since Vijayalaya, killed one of our best warriors. But that was a personal issue. Do not worry, you will get a taste of royal blood. There's plenty of Vengi Chalukya you can kill out there. So we'll be fighting not only for the riches, but also fighting for a woman whose beauty launched 1,000 ships or thousands of an army to be heading over there. And I'm sure it's a pretty intimidating thought that they would look at this and they see this large number of ships going upriver. I don't think the Telugu have anything like that. They're going for martial admiration in 4 years' time. Because it is in our tradition that we do have, what is it called? Seafarers. Yes. Unlocks the ability to sail in major rivers. And in 20 months we will establish a tradition that is related to Tamil. So we are a seafaring people, and that's why we have this ability to go upriver. Okay, about to embark in land. We'll arrive here in 10 days. But I think you should stop here for a bit. Wait here. Now they rethink, they've realized how larger we are these days. And they're going to be coming too. I think they're going to engage them first. Which would be wise to join up with them. Takes 29 days. Be there in 17. Actually, they're going to link up with us. They'll attempt to link up with us. Or, where are they going? Wherever it is, this opportunity presents itself. Come here. Less casualties when we arrive to our part 1 of the objective to take Vengipura. Fort level is 3. It'll take us 8 months. Perhaps you could do better than that. You still here? ally's gonna go to Vengipura. Whatever you do, be careful. It'll take you 8 months as compared to 7 for us here. So, we know that the allies join and they have 4,000. 4,000 plus 4,000. Oh, that's even. That's rather concerning from the information that we have received. That's rather concerning that they're bringing this many troops that we did not realize. Glad you're with us. Okay, I'm gonna risk it here. Brother, since you are such a good spy master, I'm assigning you on a special mission. You're going reconnaissance. You're your own command. Fortunately, you're an organizer. You can get things in and out quickly. Actually, no. No. Yeah, go upriver. How does the Govari starts up there? And then you land here in Surpur. You just go up in the jungle and look for a while. He'll be there in 55 days. We'll continue to besiege. Yep, just go get yourself a boat for yourself. It doesn't cost us money, because it's one man. One man reconnaissance. Well, we do see their main army out there, but we have seen nothing yet from them, because they would have to be marching south somewhere. So just land there for a while, just reside in the jungle a bit. If you get caught, you're likely going to be imprisoned. Alright? I have no qualms about you. 1 second. Murder holes and priest holes. A pallid individual looks as she spent her entire life skulking underground and dug into some corner of my throne. I heard tell you might want a secret passage and stuff. I could craft any impure corridor your twisted heart desires. I shall enter and leave rooms only by the front door, wench. 79 years old. And she's going to be around a lot longer. Scram. As yet another stressful day, I slumped down on the chair in my chamber. For how long I will be able to keep this up? Suddenly I hear a quiet meow, and my cat Flame jumps up on my lap and starts purring. I sit for a while, listening to the calming sound and petting her orange fur. I think I can do this a bit longer. No longer stressed. How far can you go before they say, Actually, you can go just fine. This is neutral ground. Head up to the mountains there. Maybe you can get a vantage point, because by the time their army moves south, you should be on their sights. It'll be 3 months. 4 months till this falls, and 4 months till this falls. Honestly, I would rather have the honor of taking Vengipura. Back away from there. You know who lives there? He's in Golconda. He's in the army. Due to the absence of siege weapons, and it's a much higher fortification, it's going to take a lot longer. Oh, son of a beeswax! We missed them. Turn around. Get back with us. No, 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 no. Get back to the river and link up with us. Your reconnaissance work is done. They bypassed us. Who knows what they'll do. And I think I believe the Vengi Chalukya forces, they're probably going to be following them. And we're split up trying to besiege this one area, and another with this. And as we gain a little more money, remember, when the going gets tough, get the elephants. Keep in mind, the size is only 1, which means it's 31 levies. So, actually, how much is that to be exact? This amount of levies? Well, you got 31 more elephants. Aha. How does that compare to the other ones? Or the bigger, more expensive ones? They're the same. And if you were to have elephants as your men-at-arms, size is 25. 25 versus 31. Aha! So, as the war will go on in a couple of months, I have a feeling that we need to disengage from Vengipura and start going after them. They're going to be going after Ranadu first. And remember that I have this perk, A Man's Home, where we have more defender advantage. Because they're going to be knocking on our doorsteps. So we need to deal with that. But alas, we've run out of time here. Because I want to be the next episode be all about this war. The war for Vengipura. As it's been 8 months already with no major battles, but I think the major battles should be fought out there. And I'm sure we'll deal with the Pallavas as well once we're done with Vengipura, that I would rather besiege them. Even though we finished our family feud with them. And all that. And as well as do what you gotta do, brother. You'll get your woman back. Even though you are a lackey to me. That's appropriate. But anyways, I hope you people enjoyed this episode. And coming up next, episode 4 for this mini-series. So, I'll see you in the next one. Till then, so long for now.